Hello and welcome to Career Planning. I am your teacher, Mr. Svensson, and this video is all about the class orientation assessment. Before we get into the actual assessment, just want to say that I think this class is really interesting. We're going to talk about things, obviously, about planning your career. We're going to talk about things like money management. We're going to talk about things like understanding credit, understanding the cost of owning and operating a car. We're going to talk about interviewing. We're going to talk about keeping a job once you actually get a job, or if you already have one, keeping a job and maybe even advancing if you feel like it within that company. We have lots of interesting topics, and I hope that you enjoy the class. Now, getting into this assessment, there are a couple of ways to find it. I'm going to put it in a news item on the main landing page. It's going to be in the class plan, but those are movable things depending on the time of the quarter. So I'm going to show you where it's going to always be just in case you need to find it on a random day. So click on the Content tab, and once you're into the content itself, select the unit on the left for class orientation. Once you do that, here it is right here. Now, even in my student view, the quiz preview doesn't really look right, so I'm not going to click on that. But you click here, it'll open the quiz. So do that. I think there's one more step after you click this. Might say launch quiz, start quiz, something like that. Should be a blue button, I believe, once you get to that page. So go ahead and open that up. We're going to do the quiz together right now. First question. You should check your school blank at least once each school day. And the answer to that is email. You should check your school email at least once each school day. We are in a virtual school environment. That means teachers offer lots of help via email. So you should be checking it at least once every single school day. Lots and lots of help is offered that way. Direct links to assignments, direct questions from teachers, links to other things, office hours, things like that. So just make sure you're checking it frequently. So that answer was email. Next question. You should check your blank blank settings on your first day of school. If it is set incorrectly, which is very common, your live sessions will not display correctly in your daily schedule. The answer to that is your time zone settings. So I'm going to jump out of my student view so I can actually show you what these look like. So you'd want to go to the top right of the screen and click on your name. Drop-down menu appears at that point. Click on Account Settings and scroll down. You're going to see Time Zone right here. It should look like this. GMT 8 United States, Los Angeles. Lots of times when I check this for students, it's the New York time setting. It's easy to fix. Hit the drop down, select Los Angeles, hit save and close. That's all you got to do. Yeah, so if you don't do that, it's going to show the wrong live session schedule. You're going to have due dates for assignments not showing right. All kinds of stuff is messed up. So make sure you check your time zone settings. Very easy thing to fix, but very easy thing, very common thing to have messing up your schedule. Next question. If you want an accurate picture of what your grade is in a particular class, click on the blank tab. The answer is grades tab, and this goes for all classes, not just this class. So it's right in the top middle of the screen, grades. Now, since this class hasn't started yet, there isn't much here in terms of numbers. But as soon as things start coming due, you're either going to see past due assignments showing as a 0 or assignments you've completed having the correct numeric value. Now, the one thing I want to note here before getting to the live session portion is that we do have graded assignments in this class, and those I have to actually grade after you submit them so that you will see a value in here unless it's past due. So if it's something you're turning in late, it's going to show a 0 until you turn it in and I grade it. Okay? And that leads me to my next thing. You can't just do the quizzes in career planning and pass the class. There's not enough points. So I have to make that completely clear. You have to do written work also to pass this class. You won't have enough points if you just do the quizzes. Okay? And don't worry, I removed a lot of the written work. We have 5 written assignments in this class, and in my opinion, they are the 5 most important in this class. So it's going to be things that help you think about your future, things that help you think about money management, things that help you prepare for interviews, things like that. All right? Last thing before hopping out of the grades tab. Scrolling down, you're going to see live session attendance. They got spots, and that's because you got to go to live class. Not only is it helpful, and I try to make live classes very interesting. I really do try. But in addition to that, you're going to get credit for going and participating. If you don't go and participate, you're not going to get credit for it. And it's just something that's a good idea, right? Go to your live classes, understand what's going on, do better in the class. That's all good stuff. So that answer was grades. Click on the grades tab. Next question. The blank blank shows you what is due today and for the next few days right on the main class landing page. If you're fully caught up in the class, it is a good place to get direct links to what is next for you in this class. The answer to that is class plan. So right here on the main class landing page, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see class plan. And if this was August 26th, it would show you what's due today, and it's going to show you what's due in the next few days. If any of these things are linked items like reading or a quiz or graded assignment, you can go right to it from this page. So let's go ahead and click on, we can click on this live class orientation. Why not? You're going to see that there's going to be a link here that is just not active quite yet. But you can access content directly from the class plan. The next question, the blank tab holds all the content for the class. There's more than one way to access content, but this spot is a one-stop shop for all of it. So I just showed you that you can access content through the class plan. That's really only effective if you're fully caught up in the class. Let's say you need to go back and get something done from Unit 1 and it's like the 4th week. So you can go to the Content tab and do that. Once you're here, you can select the unit you're thinking about on the left. We were talking about first unit, knowing the plan. And all the info is going to show up on the right. So once you're in here, you can access everything. So all the units on the left, select the unit, all the info for that unit shows up on the right. That answer was content. The last question is a true-false question. Live sessions are the key to understanding this class. Is this our live session and office hour schedule? Live sessions last name A through M on Wednesdays at 3:15 p.m. N through Z on Fridays at 3:15 p.m. Office hours, Tuesdays through Fridays for all students in all of my classes from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you would attend those if you need help or have questions about the class. That is true. So if your last name, and this is for typical weeks, guys, so 5-day school weeks. If your last name starts with an A through an M, your live session schedule is Wednesdays from 3:15 p.m. to 4 p.m. And if your last name starts with an N through a Z, your schedule is Fridays, 3:15 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right? Open office hours. Now, that is Tuesdays through Fridays, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for regular weeks, from 11 to 12:30. In that, there could be a mix of career planning students, PE students. I might be leading extra exercise in there. But it's an hour-and-a-half block where you're going to have opportunities to ask me questions if you have them. During those open office hours, you can ask me questions about things that you found interesting, maybe from your readings in career planning, from our live sessions that maybe we just didn't have time to get to or fully dive into in the way you wanted. Or you can ask me questions about writing assignments. It's a very, very common thing for me to be asked about during a session like that. So if you're looking for help of any kind related to career planning, good idea to come to some of the office hours, okay? Now, that's going to do it for the assessment. Just wanted to say one more time, welcome to career planning, and I hope you find this class as interesting to take as I do to teach it.